If you were alive in 2010, you could not escape zombies. It was on your TV, your PlayStation, your friend's hoodie rotation, in Halloween stores, in memes before memes were even memes. It was everywhere. And what's crazy is how specific the starting point felt. All right, imagine this. It's late Halloween night, okay? You're done with your activities for the day and you're just sitting back on a recliner and you are flipping through the stations and then all of a sudden you see it. The Walking Dead. The first episode aired then. Maybe you turned your TV on expecting some spooky seasonal TV, and instead what you got was empty cities, hospital hallways, and the realization that the world was over before the story even started. After that, it was wraps. Zombie culture didn't just slowly build, it exploded. Once the show took off, it was a chain reaction. Zombies were suddenly in everything. Shows, movies, games, comics, YouTube, even Minecraft somehow got dragged into the apocalypse. Call of Duty Zombies was running people's sleep schedule into the ground. You'd go to school and hear people arguing over which maps were the best, like it was really tough business. All right, let's talk about the comics because they blew up. People who never touched a comic before suddenly had their shelves filled with them. Barnes & Noble's looked like an apocalypse library. This wasn't niche anymore. Everybody knew about it. You know when your mom has started talking about how hot Daryl is, it's gone mainstream. Every big trend has that one person who takes it too far. There was always that person wearing that crusty Daryl shirt. You've seen them wearing it for like 3 days in a row and they haven't changed it. Not sure what that was about. It looked like it had a little stain right there. No matter how much you asked them to wash it, they just kept it on. Never changed it. I know we keep talking about Daddy Daryl, but Norman Reedus has an account of a fan. It's a beautiful story. I'll get into it. So this fan had gone up and was taking pictures with him, okay? And for one of the pictures, the fan kind of leans in and stuff, and then, yeah. A fan bit Daryl Dixon on the chicken breast. And then he later in an interview started talking about it, and he was like, "What the hell, man? That guy was messed up." The reason why it worked so well wasn't because zombies are cool. Zombies are kind of basic on their own. I think the real hook was the people. Every good zombie story or movie is about people falling apart. Groups splitting, leaders falling, and friends turning into enemies. It's slowly watching someone become unrecognizable to who they were before the apocalypse started. It wasn't, "Look at this monster." It was, "How long before you become the problem?" And that's kind of what made it uncomfortable in a really good way. Not to mention the timing was perfect. Early 2000s energy was weird. The internet was changing fast and social media was blowing up. Everyone was online but kind of disconnected at the same time. There was already the background feeling that things were kind of unstable, but zombie stories matched that vibe. They gave that idea of collapse for people to explore without actually living through it. It felt real enough to be scary, but fictional enough to be fun. And the aesthetic helped too. The early seasons of The Walking Dead didn't feel flashy. Everything was dusty, quiet highways, abandoned towns, overgrown buildings. It felt lonely and uncomfortable. And that look was basically the blueprint moving forward for any other apocalypse media. Have you ever seen tall grass growing out of broken concrete in a survival game? That came from this era. All right, guys, and sadly, we hit the peak. Around 2012 to 2015, zombies were unstoppable. Everybody was watching The Walking Dead. Zombies mode was prime. Movies were dropping non-stop. You couldn't avoid this genre if you wanted to. It felt like it was gonna keep going forever. And then it started getting tired. Not bad, just overused. Too many spin-offs, too many copy-paste stories. Same formula, different location. And at some point, it stopped feeling special and started feeling routine. When something goes from event TV to, oh, that's still going on, that's when you know the hype is slipping. But people didn't suddenly start hating zombies. They just got burnt out. The funny part is that zombies never actually disappeared. They just went quiet. Every few years something drops and everybody kind of remembers. A new game comes out, a new show airs, and people start replaying old stuff. And then the nostalgia waves come in strong. Because the concept is too good to ever fully die. End of the world survival. Human nature, society collapsing. That story always works if it is done correctly. For a lot of us, that era isn't even about the content, it's about the memories. Staying up late and watching episodes, playing zombies with your friends until way too late, reading the comics when you're supposed to be doing your homework. It wasn't just what we watched or the quality of what we watched, it was the time that we watched it and who we were then. That's why people talk about this era like it was so special. It's because it was tied up to a specific time in your life that feels peak when you look back at it. So yeah, the zombies era of the 2010s wasn't just a trend, it was a moment. Late nights, blue TV light, waiting for the next episode to drop, even though you said you were gonna go to bed. Or running one more round with your squad mates. It's one of those eras that you don't realize is there until it's gone. And that's why people still care. Not because zombies are cool, but because of what that time felt like. So, what's your zombies era? The Walking Dead, COD zombies, Minecraft? Maybe the comics. I am collecting a whole lot of those, and that's actually kind of what inspired me to do this video. But regardless, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe let me know some of your memories and what just felt special back then. But most of all, let me know if you have any ideas or any other eras you would like me to cover, because I will do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a new style for me, and I hope I can keep doing stuff like this because I do genuinely enjoy it. Just leave your feedback, and I guess I will see you on the flip side. Read or watch The Walking Dead, play COD Zombies, do everything fun, guys. Relive those best moments because you deserve it.